The journey to getting into biotech was one of a lot of due diligence to understand, what's a great fit for my skills, what I want to be doing. I know I wanted to have an impact on patients' lives. I didn't want to do something that wasn't going to add value.
Mark and I first met our freshman year. We started dating. We ended up dating all throughout our journey at ASU, 4 years. He proposed right after graduation. What motivates him and what drives him is helping to improve patient care and improve patient lives and well-being.
Mirador Therapeutics is a precision medicine company focused in immunology. This is the preeminent lab in San Diego, and we have almost 100,000 square feet here that we're building out to make sure that we can do the translational work, the biology work, the genetics work that we want to do in order to identify new and really differentiated drugs. The initial company founding of Mirador Therapeutics started with a discussion about 30 days after we sold my last company called Prometheus. I reached out to my chief scientific officer and a few others, and I said, there's more work that needs to be done for patients in this area.
There were targets, ideas in our head. At that time, we didn't have the bandwidth, we didn't have the funding to execute. We were picking up from there. How do we do it in a bigger and a better way?
He had a number of investors contacting him immediately saying, I don't care what you guys do, we want to be part of whatever it is you're building. I think that speaks to the kind of leadership that Mark provided, the vision and authenticity that he brought every day.
We had the sense that we weren't ready to retire, that there was some more work to be done in autoimmune disease, and that we'd work with a group of people where we had commitment and shared values. Mirador is probably the best team that I've ever been associated in 30 plus years of professional activities.
I have to say, in my 23 years career in pharmaceutical industry, Mark is the best leader I've ever had. Mark would never ask you to do anything that he's not willing to do himself. So I'll follow him.
He's always the first one to start, the last one to quit. He actually never quits.
His grit is probably the #1 quality I admire about him. When Mark wants something to happen, when he is passionate about something, it's going to happen.
I'm sure from the outside looking in, people would say, hey, you sold a company for $11 billion, it's got to be the #1 thing. I don't know if that would be in my top 5. I think it was more about the journey and the teams that we built.
He is the epitome of a successful WP alum. In many ways, Mark has just begun.
We can really transform healthcare for patients. And I want to be on the cutting edge of that. And hopefully, 20, 25 years from now, that's what we're talking about. And the impact that we had on patients and being able to move the standard of care from 15% remission to 100% remission. I think that we can do that in my lifetime.